Alrighty, so this video is going to be a little bit of a two kind of page, I guess, commentary. Throw some footage on of the lobby I just played, actually about 3100 MMR, and kind of just discuss some things. So first off, it's end of season. If you've been on my stream for a while, you know that I really enjoy what I call clown builds. So I kind of wanted to go for like a brief idea of how it functions and whatnot. And I do want to keep in mind this video doesn't have a script to it, so I'm kind of just talking and it'll run as long as it runs, I guess. So clown build, it was a build I made very early on to the, I guess, pre-patch for Midnight. And in that pre-patch, I came up with this build. It's a very big cleave-heavy build, and you play a lot towards your Eradicate and Void Ray damage. So you will try to always kind of want 3 target cleave going on as much as possible. There are some flexible talent points here, only about 2 of them, but it's kind of up to however you really kind of enjoy playing and what feels more comfortable for you. But the build is pretty straightforward. If you are a 100 soul player, if you copy that build, or you play collapsing star builds, then you already kind of have an idea of how this build functions. However, there's a few differences with it. The first one is you don't just spam eradicate the whole or not eradicate, but consume the whole time when your emptiness hits the 60 soul breakpoint. You kind of just want to keep doing your consume reap combos and creating big void fall windows and trying just to burst people out in a multi-cleave situation. It's pretty common for this build to have its void rays ticking for about 60k a piece, and at the final one when it pulses the maximum hitting for like 130k-ish roughly. So the build's pretty straightforward. It's not complex. You just consume into reaps, and then you just not even eradicate, but you void ray off cooldown so you get the eradicates. But there is going to be a second part to this video. I kind of want to discuss 100 souls, because all I see non-stop is everyone bitching and whining about 100 souls. It does so much damage, Devourers OP because of this, Devourers unkillable, yada yada yada. And I just need to put this shit to sleep at the end of the season so that we all understand that, first off, it's getting shot in 12.1. Just straight up, the build is going to be unplayable in 12.1. You cannot use 100 souls because it is going to be that bad. But the reason I'm talking about it is everyone complains that Demon Hunter damage as Devourer when they're playing 100 soul builds is unpeelable, unavoidable damage, and there's nothing you can do about it because once they go meta, they just win the game because meta lasts for 2 minutes, yada yada. And there's going to be a few major talking points. The first major talking point I want to talk about is what it does, and what Devourer does. Devourer is... I'm not really sure how to word it. It just does damage. The spec doesn't bring anything to the table that anyone else wants. You have a stun, and the stun's on a 45-second cooldown. You have incap, 45-second cooldown. You have Sigil of Misery, 2-minute cooldown. We don't do anything else. We have a purge, and it's a pretty piss-poor purge at that. And darkness is kind of just a hit-or-miss cooldown. There's nothing we bring to the table that isn't damage. So, if we only bring damage, why are you letting this spec just do its damage for free? There's so many games where I've played in Shuffle around 3k when I've been doing my rank 1 pushes in solo Shuffle on both my Demon Hunters, where people will just let this Demon Hunter build up souls, which I will say is not possible to stop. They will get it passively. And then as soon as they hit meta, they just continue zugging forward. I don't have the VOD as an instance, but there was a game I had at 3100 where I was playing Devourer, Warrior, at BM Hunter lobby on a Devourer. And every single time this other Devourer is on my team, keep in mind, this guy is a 2k rated player. He is not good at the game, but he's playing a 3100 lobby, and he shouldn't be there. But this player is winning games against me because my Warrior and my BM Hunter are just W-keying into the middle of the map trying to do damage the whole time, instead of just taking the 30 seconds to walk around the pillar, let our Resto Shaman throw an Earth Grab onto the Demon Hunter, and walking away from him. That is unacceptable. PvP is about trading cooldowns. It's about trading playtime. If it's not your turn to play, you don't play the game. So why are you just letting this Demon Hunter play to his only win condition? If you stop his meta, if you do not let him play towards this meta, and you stop this game from exploding into nothing, and just giving this guy a free win, His build is worthless because he does nothing else. It takes so long to get back to that meta that you will just passively win against him. Now, is that saying that 100 Souls is never playable and that you should never play? Absolutely not. And I'm going to post just a little clip up. It's nothing crazy, but I was playing it today against Laros, for instance. It's just one of those games where I recognize that, hey, it's a Ret Warrior. I can just free cast all game. I'm going to do 100 Souls and kill them. And his responses were funny because he's like, oh, I'm just dying to Demon Hunter damage. But you are, because you're staying in the middle of the map as Ret Warrior and you're not doing anything about it. You're letting me play the game. You're letting me play towards my win condition.
I'm gonna fear his gateway this round. On my mama. On my mama. Unless he gates weird. On him? I think he's gonna trinket gate. Fear the rescue. And the gateway, actually. He rescued his gateway. He has gate again. I want to force the gate. I want to force the gate and then spear him. Full spear. Kick the bolt. Now I stun before port. He does not have trinket. Sharpen blade in one. Got the sharpen low. Reflect that bolt for massive damage. I think he just blinked his dream breath. He's gonna void off over here. I blade storm now so I cannot be peeled. Heroic strike as I come out. Bad kick by me. Heroic strike, I'm walling. I Venom as well. I think we're gonna win fast here. Oh my god, I just have a Demon Hunter blasting my shit, bro. We have to link and sack and every button. Holy fuck, all because he's meta, bro. Oh, I stunned poorly here, but there's no one else to stun. Everyone else is on DR. I reflect the bolt. Does not do that much damage. I'm dead. Goodbye. Goodbye, I'm Demon Huntered. I have been Demon Hunted. Wow.
You could have ran around the pillar, forced me to use my mobility, and then killed me. Or you could have just hid the entire time using your Shaman's Roots or your Dragon's Roots or whatever to stop me. Now, we're going to discuss meta for a little bit, and then we'll touch on a third point that I kind of briefly glazed over in this first point, but meta. We need to discuss how it works. So, Metamorphosis, when you go into meta, you have 120 Fury. Actually, I think it's 100 in meta. I'm honestly just forgetting right now. As I said, I'm not doing a script. But you have Fury. And the longer you're in meta, the faster your meta Fury drain drains. So at the start, you may lose a couple of Fury a second, but after 40 seconds, you may be losing like 20 Fury drain a second. And I'm not familiar with the exact numbers for this, but it ramps up exponentially as it goes on. But there is a caveat to this. When you get put into a hard crowd control, and hard crowd control is going to be your stuns, your fears, your polys, and stuff, the meta drain doesn't stop, but slows down exponentially. So where you would lose that 20 drain after a certain amount of time per second, if you get put into a storm bolt, that drain drops massively to a couple of seconds. But on top of this, your drain timer continues to go up. So if you were put into a 6-second polymorph, let's just say, the 6 seconds you're in that polymorph, you will have a slower drain on your metamorphosis. However, as the polymorph goes on, the drain ramp continues into your meta for when you leave it. So it will continue increasing at the 6 seconds throughout that polymorph. You just won't get the effects during it. But there are counters to the drain. And that is called roots. Root is a soft CC. And that's like Earth Grab, Frost Nova, Disable Root from Windwalkers and stuff. And that micro CC essentially will slow the Demon Hunter down just enough that he can't cast, he can't build his Fury, but the drain continues exactly as it should. There's nothing you can do about it. And that's why if you ever see your Devourer in meta and he's rooted and you're a healer, dispel the goddamn Demon Hunter. They will love you. I promise you, you'll make your best friends if you do that, because it's the only thing that really hard counters the burst. So, when you keep this in mind, the best way to stop a Demon Hunter from staying in meta for extended periods of time, especially with 100 souls, is just to use a pillar. Use the pillar, throw roots on him. And this is what's going to go into your third topic here. And this is mobility. People always say that 100 souls is impossible to beat because you can't get away from the Demon Hunter. Well, why can't you get away from this Demon Hunter? If he's using all of his shifts and all of his backflips into getting to you, he no longer has mobility. He no longer has his glimpses to save himself. And most Demon Hunters right now are playing full haste mastery with no verse. So if they're playing this super squishy stat build and they're using all their mobility to get to you to do damage when you are lining on a pillar, you know what you can do now? You can kill the Demon Hunter. This guy can just die now. You can force him back because now he has to respect your damage. I'm not saying that every game is going to be played absolutely perfect, and I'm not saying that these conditions are always going to be perfect, but every single class and every single spec in the game has some sort of tool to prevent this 100 souls Demon Hunter from doing things. If you're letting them play the game, if you are letting them just hit their win con of doing nothing but damage the whole time uncontested, of course you're going to lose. Of course the damage is going to feel like oppressive because you're going to die. You're letting their only win condition happen. Like let's look at like a Shadow Priest, for instance. Like Shadow Priest, they put their dots up and then they want to cast. They want to use their Mind Blasts and their Mind Flays and do hard casted damage. Or like a Destro Warlock, where they're going to be doing a few instant casts here and there, but then they want to double coil into Chaos Bolts. If you don't have a kick, if you don't have a way to stop the Chaos Bolts, the only other solution is to line it. But that's the thing. This is a part of playing the turns. It's their turn to play when they have coil. So let them play the game, make them use it, and then try to survive it before you get to play the game by using your stuns, your goes, your traps, your fears. If you let a Demon Hunter just play the game the entire meta without ever trying to do something to stop him, of course you're going to lose. So this is just a mini rant. I just wanted to discuss 100 souls. I'm not saying it's unplayable. I'm not saying that it isn't a disgusting amount of damage when it does get off, but just acting like there's no way to where you can beat this is kind of just a frustrating thing to me, because of course there is. You just have to actually try. You have to think outside the box. This game isn't just a W key the enemy until they die game. PvP is, there's so much to it, so find a solution. Look at how the game progresses. Look how the specs play within the game and try to find the solution within it. Anyways, that's all I wanted to really rant about for the 100 souls part. If you like Clown Build, though, definitely try it out, especially at the end of the season now. We got a few weeks left. It's really fun to play, and I personally prefer it over anything else. Other than that, though, I'm just going to let the rest of this just play maybe some music, and hope you guys enjoy.
Burning braver than before. Every gate, every score, it's the night one's battle. I will open smiled like safety, then the floor gave away. Clouds looked soft from a distance till the spikes came out to play. Yellow paths curled under pressure, pipes breathed in the ground. I learned the pretty places by the traps they wrapped around. Rain called through an old kingdom, clay shattered at my feet. I only asked for quiet and got prophecy in the street. 7 voices wanted rescue, a dark mirror. So I dug through every garden and found thunder under roots. No door opened gently, no map stayed kind. Each world drew a weapon that handed me mine. Every world, every war, every scream that asked for whistle like a promise I could make. Locked doors kept their secrets, red alarms learned my name. But when the whole world started burning, I still ran into the flame. Then time split like glasswork and the centuries took